Hey guys, it's Sinem and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here and you're watching me for the first time. So as you can tell by the title, today we're going to be putting to the test a brand new concealer that just hit the market, and this is from The Ordinary. This is their brand new high coverage formula concealer, and we are going to be putting this to the test and seeing if it lives up to its claims, how it performs, a demo, a review, all that good stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I think you guys will be interested to see a little bit about this brand new concealer. So if you want to know a little bit more about it, then please keep on watching. We are going to be testing the brand new The Ordinary high coverage concealer, which they just released, and I'm very excited about this because it's supposed to be a very full coverage, full pigment kind of concealer that's supposed to cover anything and everything, and it's also supposed to have a spreadability formula, which means that it's going to go a long way. It's going to be very creamy, it's going to be very blendable, and it's not supposed to be drying either. I'm very excited because I want to see if it lives up to its claims. It also says that it has a ultra natural skin-like finish, so it's supposed to look very natural and it's supposed to look like second skin whilst giving you the full coverage but still feeling lightweight. So it, you know, sounds promising. This concealer does have 36 shades, which is actually not bad for concealer, especially for The Ordinary. So 36 shades, and also it does retail for £4.95, and for dollars it is $5.80. So I have the shade 1.2N, which is basically for light skin tones with a neutral undertones. Just a few other little things about this concealer before we dabble into it. It is vegan, it's also cruelty-free, it's oil-free and alcohol-free as well. So now that we have all the claims and stuff out of the way, I am going to go straight into it. So as you guys saw in the clips, this is what it looks like. It just comes in a box, and this is the actual concealer. Now, one thing I have to say really quickly is this stuff is incredibly tiny. So it is the size of my lip balm, of a Carmex lip balm. It is so incredibly small. It's almost like a sample size primer that you would get, or a sample size foundation or moisturizer. It's very tiny, and I'm just going to see. Okay, so it comes out straight away and it feels pretty liquidy, which is nice. That looks like it's going to be a nice shade. So I'm just gonna press a little bit under the eyes first and see. I do have to say as well that I'm not a huge fan of their foundation. So I don't actually like their foundation, but I feel like this concealer sounds promising. So let's see. Comment down below if you guys have tried their foundation or any of their skincare products, and what is your favorite thing from The Ordinary. That was just a light little layer with my fingers. I am going to go in with a sponge as well on this side, but I do want to build it up mainly with my fingers and just kind of feel the texture and just pat it into the skin, see how it actually feels, the formula. And right away, right off the bat, it feels very thin in terms of consistency. So it's not feeling like a cakey and thick concealer. It feels very thin and lightweight, which is what they claim. So that's great. For coverage, it covered, but it didn't cover enough. So I'm going to go in with a little more. It feels really nice. It feels creamy, and it definitely blends and goes a long way. Wow, this is actually really bright for a light skin tone with neutral undertones. It feels really nice. The formula feels really nice. I give them that. In terms of coverage, I feel like you do have to build up quite a few layers to get really full coverage. So I'm not sure in terms of it being like a super high coverage concealer, because I feel like you have to layer it to really get it to be full coverage. However, it looks really smooth under the eyes. It looks brightened. I look like, you know, I'm awake, and it's super creamy. So I'll just do a little close up. It's super creamy. It almost gives you like a little bit of a luminous finish as well. Nothing too crazy, but it definitely doesn't leave you with a dry matte finish, which I love. So right off the bat, the formula is something that I'm really loving. Now I am going to take a sponge and try it with the sponge. So I'm just going to take just a little amount, pea-sized amount, and let's go in with a sponge. And I'm using the e.l.f. Total Face Sponge to blend this into the skin. So yeah, it definitely goes a long way. It's super creamy. and it just blends and melts into the skin. Like, it really melts into the skin. It's a very, very thin, creamy concealer, and it does provide good coverage. However, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it's high coverage or, like, you know, super full pigment. I feel like you can still see some darkness, and I even build it up on this side, and I still feel like my under eyes don't look as full as if I were to use Tarte Shape Tape or even the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. I still feel like this is less coverage than that. Let me know what you guys think down below, but I feel like with this concealer, I do have to build it. So I'm actually going to go in with another layer because this to me is still not enough. I feel like 2 layers is good enough, but you definitely need to build it. If you are someone who likes less coverage, if you want more of a medium concealer, or maybe share it out, or maybe just for blemishes, you absolutely love this. But if you're a full-on kind of glam girl, you love full coverage, and you want something that's super heavy duty, that's super full coverage in terms of concealer, then this can still be for you anyway, but just bear in mind that you do have to build it. That I feel like might be the only issue, which is a shame because this is a beautiful, beautiful formula, a beautiful finish. It just melts into the skin. It doesn't gather into any creases under my eyes. And also it just feels very creamy. So I feel like no matter what foundation you use, it's going to work with other products. It's going to melt into the skin and blend really nicely. So you guys can see by the demo anyway, it just blended in flawlessly. And I really, really love the consistency and the formula, but I'm not sure about the coverage and the claims on that. I'm going to take just a tiny bit, and I'm just going to do my nose. This could even be a great eye primer to cancel out any redness or veins on the eyes and use as an eyeshadow base. So this concealer is great for, you know, multi-use. Like I said, blemishes, you know, eye primer for under eyes, imperfections, redness, definitely does cover. Despite it not being super full coverage, it is an affordable concealer. It's very, very affordable. You can't go wrong with it. I would still encourage you guys to try it out. If you're looking for a new concealer, or if you like something more on the medium to full coverage side, something that you can control, something that is really lightweight, it's not going to feel heavy under the eyes, this is great, especially if you have dry under eyes, and this is a great formula for you, especially if you don't wear much makeup as well. So yeah, I really like it. I am going to set it with a little bit of powder. So I am going in with the Colourpop No Filter Translucent Powder just to set that concealer. And I'm not going to do too much because I don't want to take away from the actual concealer and load on too much powder. So I'm only going to apply a little amount just to press it in and lock that concealer in place. Okay. So it looks nice with powder on. It looks a lot more smoother. Looking at it now, I think it definitely looks a lot better with powder because it just kind of binds everything together and it looks a little more smooth and flawless under the eyes. I do really like it. I really like it. I think for the price, you can't go wrong. The only thing I will say is that, you know, it's a little too small. I feel like they could have added more product. It's very tiny. And also I will say, like, the claims of it being this super, super full coverage pigment, I wouldn't say it's like that. I would say it's definitely more on the high medium side or on the lower side of a full coverage, if that makes sense. So apart from that, everything else was perfect. You know, it does have this high spreadability formula, this consistency where it basically blends under the eyes really, really flawlessly. It's creamy, it's very, very lightweight on the skin, and it does cover in the end anyway. So I really like it. And I would definitely recommend it if you are looking for a new concealer, or if you just want to try out. If you love The Ordinary's products and you love their foundation, this is supposed to be a great match with the foundation. So it can be like a little duo if you do like the foundation. So definitely give it a go. I will have a link down below so you guys can check it out anyway. But let me know what you guys think. What do you think of, you know, the under eye, how it went on, if this is something that you see yourself actually getting as well. So I'm going to finish off the rest of my makeup and see how it's going to look at the end with everything on, and then yeah, we can just chat after. So this is how everything looks with the rest of my makeup on. Let me know what you guys think. I think the concealer looks really flawless. I think it just melts into the rest of the skin with the foundation, with the products, with the powder. You know, it doesn't look like it's creasing, it doesn't feel drying, it looks nice and smooth, nice and bright. and creamy, and it does still give me a really good coverage under the eyes. So this is definitely a great concealer, maybe for summer as well. It's very lightweight, and I mean, I've spoken about it enough. So you guys can make your decision. Leave me your comments down below, your thoughts. What do you think of the concealer, and if it's something that you see yourself buying? So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and of course, as I mentioned, leave me your comments down below and your thoughts. And as I said in the video, I really like this concealer. It's super affordable. I feel like you can't go wrong with it, and it literally lives up to its claims, apart from the only, you know, super full coverage side to it. I would definitely recommend it. The only thing I'm going to test out is see how long it lasts, which I will update you guys in the description box and tell you guys if it lasted or not. But I do have a feeling, just by the way it went on and how it looks now, that I feel like it's going to be a great concealer and it will last a long time. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe if you haven't already for new videos every single week. And I hope everyone is staying safe out there. And until next time, I'll speak to you guys all in my next video.